One day, you wake up and you, your brother, your girlfriend, and even your slave have turned into elephants? But there's no need to worry because everything is happening in your imagination thanks to the power of the Wonder Flower, which can make life miserable or bring you unexpected joys. Here, we're gonna tell you the 15 hidden details from Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct. We've seen Bowser transform into a cat, a huge ink monster, and even a pile of bones, but we've never seen Bowser becoming a gigantic flying castle. Blame it on the Wonder Flowers, whose unpredictable effects fuse the Flower Kingdom's castle with the Koopa King. Mario's mission is to traverse the 7 worlds to free Bowser from his transformation, eliminating the smoky piranha plant surrounding him using large Wonder Seeds. A plethora of characters appear in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, like Daisy, Yoshi, Toadette, and Nabbit, but there's likely one you missed who even has his own game. We're talking about the beloved Captain Toad, who, while not a playable character this time, will show up on the map in some worlds to keep us company. In the Mushroom Kingdom, toads with mushroom-like heads reside and give the kingdom its name. Something similar happens in the Flower Kingdom. Its inhabitants are called poplins, but what's on their heads aren't flowers, but rather buds yet to bloom. Maybe at some point in the game they finally bloom, but for now we can say the Flower Kingdom is full of buddies. Introducing Super Mario Bros. Wonder World Map, a set of islands known as the aforementioned Flower Kingdom. Each island represents a different world, and according to Nintendo, there will be 7 areas we can visit in total. In each of them, our objective is to obtain a large Wonder Seed. Notice that in both Area 1 and Area 2, the seeds have already been collected. Mario can freely move between stages within each world, allowing him to complete each area in any order he desires. Super Mario Bros. Wonder release is accompanied by a special red Nintendo Switch OLED. Although it's a really basic and boring OLED model, this console hides an Easter egg on the back of the dock. Upon removing the back cover, you'll find a bunch of hidden coins arranged in a very special way. This is a nod to the hidden coins in the first level of the classic Super Mario Bros. For the NES. Nintendo always paid great attention to detail in Super Mario games. In New Super Mario Bros., enemies dance to the beat of the music. In Wonder, they also become fully aware of their surroundings. Before being hit or during risky moments, you'll see enemies get scared or surprised because they know something terrible is about to happen. The new power-ups in Super Mario Bros. Wonder are the most versatile ever in the Super Mario series. We already know the main new feature of this installment, the Elephant Apple, that transforms characters into anthropomorphic elephants. With this power-up, characters can attack with their trunks, charge at enemies, suck up and release water, or even reflect projectiles. The downside is that they become huge and are more susceptible to get damage. The Bubble Flower is an entirely new power-up that allows characters to shoot bubbles from their hands. Yeah, at first glance this might seem kinda silly and useless, but this special power will not only serve to defeat even the toughest of enemies, you can also bounce on the bubbles to do high jumps. The Drill Mushroom equips characters with a drill on their heads and allows them to burrow into the ground, ceiling, or walls. It's primarily a helmet, so you'll also be protected on the head if something hits you. Returning veteran power-ups include the Fire Flower and Superstar, although Mario likely has some other tricks up his sleeve too. The Drill Mushroom is another new power-up in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, but if you're a real Super Mario fan, this suit might look familiar to you. In Super Mario Galaxy 2, Mario could burrow through the ground thanks to the spin drill, and if you look at its design, you'll see it's identical to the drill suit in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It seems that Nintendo wanted to revive this idea from Galaxy and give it its own exclusive power-up. Gone are the days of New Super Mario Bros. Where you would turn into a bubble whenever you lost a life, fell into the void, or simply felt like it. Now it seems that Nintendo has drawn inspiration from Cuphead. Now, when a player loses a life, they'll turn into a ghost for a few seconds. During this time, you have 2 options, either disappear forever or be rescued by one of your teammates. This mechanic seems to be inspired by Cuphead, where when one of the players dies, they also turn into a ghost and have to be rescued by their companion before disappearing. There was already some controversy about how Mario ran like Sonic, but if we add his death like in Cuphead and his ability to shoot bubbles as in Bubble Bobble, it seems that Nintendo has drawn inspiration from various titles to create this game. Super Mario had a power in the past that was rarely used again. In Super Mario World, the plumber could inhale a balloon with a pea and float through the air as if he had had an allergic reaction to peanuts. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it's the Wonder Flowers that turn the characters into balloons. The pea balloons may not appear again, but the mechanic ultimately works the same way, allowing characters to float through the air. Super Mario Bros. Wonder has given us epic moments like Peach or Toad turning into elephants, but what about Yoshi and Nabbit? It turns out that these characters, being part of the game's easy mode, won't be affected by the power-ups because they won't need them during the adventure. So no Elephant Yoshi for us. On the other hand, the Wonder Flower effects do apply to all characters. For example, here we have Goomba Mario, and this one over here is Goomba Yoshi. The Wonder Flower is the magic of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. The outcomes of touching this flower are unpredictable, and Nintendo has showcased some of its strange effects. They can tilt the world and make levels uphill. They can also alter the player's vision, turning Super Mario Bros. Wonder into an isometric perspective game. Mario and his friends can mysteriously stretch or even trigger a rain of superstars to maintain invincibility. In addition to the new power-ups, Super Mario Bros. Wonder features special effects from the Wonder Flower that can transform characters. You've seen the transformation of Mario and friends into Goombas, but there's more. There's Spiky Mario, a head full of spikes that'll roll around the stage. There's also Shell Mario, who, as the name implies, turns into a shell that may slide and poke. There's even Mario Goo, who, although not yet seen in action, seems like he'll be able to slide through very narrow surfaces. Lastly, there's Balloon Mario, referencing Super Mario World. The combinations that take place in Super Mario Bros. Wonder are quite curious. You should expect anything, like Peach riding on a Yoshi, an elephant on top of a Yoshi, or even a Yoshi on top of another Yoshi. If you're a fan of Nintendo games, especially the Nintendo Switch ones, this might sound familiar. Yoshi's Crafted World introduced the mechanic of one Yoshi riding another, enabling infinite egg throws and enhancing multiplayer mode. For now, it's unclear whether a Yoshi on Yoshi in Super Mario Bros. Wonder should have additional special powers. Super Mario Bros. Wonder adds a badges system into its gameplay, reminiscent of games like Paper Mario. You can only wear one badge per stage, and you can select it before entering the level or after losing a life. Prince Florian will activate these new items by placing badges on his head to make them effective. Some effects are as simple as activating a double jump, attracting coins, or wall bouncing. This last one reminding us of platform games like Super Meat Boy. Others are much more useful, like shooting a grappling plant or detecting hidden treasures. All of this is a dream. It costs you nothing to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our next videos in the real world. And here are our latest ones for you to keep on dreaming. See you next time!